Hello, we will learn about vitamins and minerals. The, the most prominent function of the vitamins is to serve as cofactors or coenzymes for enzymatic reactions. The distinguishing feature of the vitamins is that they generally cannot be synthesized by mammalian cells and therefore must be supplied in the diet. The vitamins are of two distinct types, that is water soluble and fat soluble. The minerals that are considered of dietary significance are those that are necessary to support biochemical reactions by serving both functional and structural roles as well as those serving as electrolytes. There are both quantity elements required by the body and trace elements. The quantity elements are sodium, magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, potassium, and calcium. The essential trace elements are manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, selenium, molybdenum, and iodine. Additional trace elements are boron, chromium, fluoride, and silicon. Let's know about the minerals and their functions. First, calcium. Its function is it required for bone mineralization, cardiac function, muscle contraction, and digestive system function. Calcium is necessary for proper activity of a number of proteins involved in blood coagulation. Chlorine. Chlorine is used. Chlorine's function is chlorine is important to maintain the function of numerous cellular forms and is used in the production of hydrochloric acid HCl in the stomach. Iron. Iron a critical role in the transport of oxygen. Iron is the functional center of the heme moiety found in each of the protein subunit of hemoglobin. The function of iron is to coordinate the oxygen molecule into heme of hemoglobin so that it can be transported from the lungs to the tissues. Now, magnesium. Magnesium required for bone mineralization as well as for the proper functioning of ATP. In this latter function, essentially all of the ATP in the cell has magnesium bound to the phosphates. This magnesium ATP complex allows ATP to more readily release the terminal phosphate when doing so to provide energy for cellular metabolism. Phosphorus, the most important systemic electrolyte acting as a significant buffer in the blood in the form of phosphate ion PO4 2 minus. Phosphate is also required for bone mineralization and is necessary for energy utilization. Potassium, a key circulating electrolyte as well as being involved in the regulation of ATP dependent channels along with sodium. These channels are referred to as Na plus K plus. ATPase and their primary function is in the transmission of nerve impulses in the brain. Sodium, a key circulating electrolyte and also functions in the regulation of ATP dependent channels with potassium. These channels are referred to as Na plus or K plus ATPases and their primary function is in the transmission of nerve impulses in the brain. Now sulfur. Sulfur a primary function in amino acid metabolism but is also necessary for the modification of complex carbohydrates present in proteins and lipids. However, it should be noted that in this latter function the sulfur comes from the amino acid methionine. The trace elements, the trace minerals function primarily as cofactors or regulators of enzyme function. The terminology of trace relates to the fact that these minerals are effective and necessary in only minute concentration. Trace minerals. That is first is copper. Copper is involved in the formation of red blood cells, the synthesis of hemoglobin, and the formation of bone. Additional functions of copper are energy production, wound healing, taste sensation, skin and hair color. Copper is also involved in the proper processing of collagen, and thus it is important in skin, bone and connective tissue production. Now, iodine. Iodine required for the synthesis of the thyroid hormones and thus plays an important role in the regulation of energy metabolism via thyroid hormone functions. Now come to manganese. Manganese involved in reactions of protein and fat metabolism. Promotes a healthy nervous system necessary for digestive function, bone growth, and immune function. In addition, manganese is necessary for the proper function of superoxide dismutase, which is an enzyme required for preventing superoxide anions from damaging cells. Now come to molybdenum. Molybdenum primarily involved as a cofactor in several oxidases such as xanthine oxidase, aldehyde oxidase, and sulfite oxidase. Selenium. Selenium serves as a modifier of the activity of glutathione peroxidase through its incorporation into the protein in the form of selenocysteine. The role of selenocysteine in protein synthesis is described in the protein synthesis part we studied. Then zinc. Zinc interacts with the hormone insulin to ensure proper function, and thus this trace mineral has an important role in regulation of blood glucose level via insulin action. Let's study about water soluble vitamins. Vitamins that easily dissolved in water and easily excreted out of the body via urine output is water soluble. Moreover, this type need to be replaced more on a regular basis. Vitamin the different let's know about different vitamins. Vitamin B, B vitamins. Vitamin B1, first is B1. Thiamine is another name for vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 is otherwise known as thiamine. It helps to convert blood sugar into energy for your body. It also It also helps the mucous membranes of the muscular, cardiovascular, and nervous systems in good shape. Thiamine is derived from a substituted pyrimidine and a thiazole, which are coupled by a methylene bridge. Thiamine is rapidly converted to its active form, thiamine pyrophosphate, that is TPP, in the brain and liver by a specific enzyme, thiamine diphosphotransferase. TPP is necessary as a cofactor for three critical dehydrogenases. These enzymes are pyruvate dehydrogenase (PDH) and alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase and branched chain keto acid dehydrogenase necessary for metabolism of the branched chain amino acids, that is leucine, isoleucine and valine. In addition to these three dehydrogenases, TPP, that is thiamine pyrophosphate, is a required cofactor for the transketolase catalyzed reactions of the pentose phosphate pathway. A deficiency in thiamine intake leads to a severely reduced capacity of cells to generate energy and to carry out reductive biosynthetic reactions, as well as to synthesize nucleotide as a result of its role in each of these enzymes. The richest sources of vitamin B1 include yeast and animal liver. Some good sources of vitamin B1 is from some whole grain cereals, pork, navy beans, and wheat germs. Clinical significances of thiamine deficiency. Let's know about this. Symptoms. Thiamine deficiency means, let's know about thiamine deficiency. Clinically, symptoms normally comes constipation, appetite suppression, and nausea. Progressive deficiency will lead to mental depression, peripheral neuropathy, and fatigue. Chronic thiamine deficiency leads to more severe neurological symptoms including ataxia, mental confusion, and loss of eye coordination. When thiamine deficiency manifests with CNS, central nervous system, involvement is called Korsakoff's encephalopathy and is also commonly referred to as Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome WKS. WKS is characterized by acute encephalopathy progressing to chronic impairment of short-term memory. Dietary thiamine deficiency is known as beriberi is most often the result of a diet that is carbohydrate rich and thiamine deficiency. An additional thiamine deficiency related syndrome is known as Wernicke syndrome, which is most often associated with chronic alcohol consumption. Vitamin B2. Let's know about vitamin B2. Vitamin B2 is otherwise known as riboflavin. The body also needs this for healthy skin, good vision, growth, and red blood cell creation. Some good sources of vitamin B2 is dairy, red meats, and leafy green vegetables, lean meats, poultry, fish, grains, broccoli, turnip greens, asparagus, spinach, and enriched food products. Riboflavin is the precursor for the coenzymes flavin mononucleotide and flavin adenine dinucleotide (FAD). Synthesis of these two cofactors occurs in a two-step process. FMN is synthesized from riboflavin via the ATP-dependent enzyme riboflavin kinase. RFK introduces a phosphate group onto the terminal hydroxyl of riboflavin. FMN is then converted to FAD via the attachment of AMP derived from ATP through the action of FAD pyrophosphorylase, which is also known as FMN adenyl transferase. The enzymes that require FMN or FAD as cofactors are termed flavoproteins. Several flavoproteins also contain metal ions and are termed metalloflavoproteins. Both classes of enzymes are involved in a wide range of redox reactions. Examples succinate dehydrogenase and xanthine oxidase. During the course of the enzymatic reactions involving the flavoproteins, the reduced forms of FMN and FAD are formed FMNH2 and FADH2 respectively. Let's know about clinical significance of flavin deficiency. Riboflavin deficiency are rare in the United States due to the presence of adequate amounts of the vitamin in eggs, milk, meat, and cereals. Riboflavin deficiency is often seen in chronic alcoholics due to their poor dietetic habits. Symptoms: itching, burning eyes, angular stomatitis, Chioli, chili, ciliolys, cracks and scores in the mouth and lips, bloodshot, bloods, hot eyes, glossitis. Glossitis means inflammation of the tongue leading to purplish discoloration. Seborrhea, that is dandruff, flaking skin or scalp and face, trembling, sluggishness, and photophobia, excessive light sensitivity. Riboflavin decomposes when exposed to visible light. This characteristic can lead to riboflavin deficiencies in newborns treated for hyper hyperbilirubinemia by phototherapy. Let's know about vitamin B3. It is otherwise known as niacin. Niacin means nicotinic acid and nicotinamide. The difference is that it helps the digestive system's functions along with promoting a healthy appetite and healthy nerves. Large doses of niacin could lower LDL cholesterol, but large doses is recommended to be taken under physician supervision. Niacin is required for the synthesis of active forms of vitamin B3. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, that is NAD plus, and nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, that is NADP plus. Both NAD plus and NADP plus function as cofactors for numerous dehydrogenases. Example: lactate dehydrogenase and malate dehydrogenase. Niacin is not a true vitamin in the strictest definition since it can be derived from the amino acid tryptophan. However, the ability to utilize tryptophan for niacin synthesis is insufficient, and also synthesis of niacin from tryptophan requires vitamin B1, B2, B6, which would be limiting in themselves on a marginal diet. The recommended daily requirement for niacin is 13 to 19 niacin equivalents per day for a normal adult. Niacin is found in liver, meat, peanuts, and other nuts and whole grains. In addition, foods that are rich in protein, with exception of tryptophan poor grains, can satisfy some of the demand for niacin. Let's know about clinical significances of niacin and nicotinic acid. Symptoms: depression, dermatitis, and diarrhea are associated with the condition known as pellagra. A diet deficiency in niacin leads to glossitis of the tongue, dermatitis, weight loss, diarrhea, depression, and dementia. Several physiological conditions uh, like Hartnup disorder and malignant carcinoid syndrome, as well as certain drug therapies, can lead to niacin deficiency. In Hartnup disease, tryptophan absorption is impaired, and in malignant carcinoid syndrome, tryptophan metabolism is altered, resulting in excess serotonin synthesis. Isoniazid is a primary drug for chemotherapy and tuberculosis. When administered in pharmacological doses of 2 to 4 grams per day, lowers plasma cholesterol levels and has been shown to be a useful therapeutic for hypercholesterolemia. And the major action of nicotinic acid in this capacity is a reduction in fatty acid mobilization from adipose tissue. Although nicotinic acid therapy lowers blood cholesterol, it also causes a depletion of glycogen stores and fat reserves in skeletal and cardiac muscles. Let's know about vitamin B15. Sorry, B5. Vitamin B5. It is otherwise known as pantothenic acid. Like B3 and B2, it helps break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats for energy. Some good sources of vitamin B5 is from meats, peas, and whole grain cereals. Pantothenic acid is formed from beta-alanine and pantonic acid. In the synthesis of coenzyme A from pantothenate, there are 5 reaction steps. Pantothenate is phosphorylated on the hydroxyl group via the action of pantothenate kinase. Pantothenate is required for synthesis of coenzyme A and is a component of the acyl carrier protein domain of fatty acid synthase. Pantothenate is therefore required for the metabolism of carbohydrate by the TCA cycle and all fats and proteins. At least 70 enzymes have been identified as requiring coenzyme A or ACP derivatives for their function. Clinical significances of pantothenic acid. Symptoms include its symptoms include painful and burning feet, skin abnormalities, retarded growth, dizzy spells, digestive disturbances, vomiting, restlessness, stomach stress, and muscle cramps. Deficiency of pantothenic acid is extremely rare due to its widespread distribution in whole grain cereals, legumes, and meat. Symptoms specific to pantothenate deficiency are difficult to assess since they are subtle and resemble those of other B vitamin deficiencies. Vitamin B6, pyridoxal, pyridoxamine, pyridoxine are collectively known as vitamin B6. All three compounds are efficiently converted to the biologically active form of vitamin B6, pyridoxal phosphate, that is PLP. This conversion is catalyzed by the ATP requiring enzyme, pyridoxal kinase. Pyridoxal kinase requires zinc for full activity, thus making it a metalloenzyme. Vitamin B6 working along with B12 and B9 helps prevent heart attacks. Just like B2, B3 and B5, this vitamin helps the body process carbohydrates and fats into energy. Some good sources of B6 is from meats, eggs, soybeans, whole grains and nuts. Pyridoxal phosphate functions as a cofactor in enzymes involved in transaminase reactions required for the synthesis and catabolism of the amino acids as well as in glycogenolysis. As a cofactor for glycogen phosphorylase and as a cofactor for the synthesis of the inhibitory neurotransmitter gamma aminobutyric acid GABA. Pyridoxal phosphate is also a required cofactor for the synthesis of heme at the initial and regulated step in this pathway catalyzed by gamma by alpha amino levulinic acid synthase ALAS. Now, let's know about clinical significances of pyridoxine. Symptoms. Vitamin B6 include nervousness, insomnia, skin eruptions, loss of muscular control, anemia, mouth disorders, muscular weakness, dermatitis, arm and leg cramps, loss of hair, sore learning and water retention. Deficiencies of vitamin B6 are rare and are usually are related to an overall deficiency of all the B complex vitamins. Isoniazid and penicillamine are two drugs that complex with pyridoxal and PLP resulting in a deficiency in this vitamin. Deficiencies in pyridoxal kinase result in reduced synthesis of PLP and are associated with seizure disorders related to a reduction in the synthesis of GABA. Vitamin B7. Let's talk about vitamin B7. Vitamin H or biotin are other names for vitamin B7. Vitamin B7 helps the formation of fatty acids and glucose to be used as fuel for the body. Some good sources of B7 is from bananas, yeast, cereal and liver. Some of the richest source of biotin are Swiss chard, tomatoes, romaine lettuce, and carrots. Additional sources include onions, cabbage, cucumber, cauliflower, mushrooms, peanuts, almonds, walnuts, oatmeal, bananas, raspberries, strawberries, soya, egg yolk, and cow and goat milk. Biotin is the cofactor required for the enzyme that are involved in carboxylation reactions. Example, acetyl coenzyme A carboxylase and pyruvate carboxylase. Biotin is found in numerous foods and also is synthesized by intestinal bacteria and as such a deficiency of the vitamin are rare. Clinical significances of biotin. Symptoms. Let's know about biotin. Symptoms: extreme exhaustion, drowsiness, muscle pain, loss of appetite, depression, and grayish skin color. Deficiencies are generally seen only after long antibiotic therapies, which deplete the intestinal fauna or following excessive consumption of raw eggs. The lettuce is due to the affinity of the egg white protein avidin for biotin, preventing intestinal absorption of the biotin. Vitamin B9. Folic acid is another name for vitamin B9. It is very important during pregnancy since it is used for making and maintaining new cells. B9 prevents anemia by keeping up the production of red blood cell RBC and prevent low birth weight and prematurity in births. Folic acid is a conjugated molecule consisting of a pteridine ring structure linked to para-aminobenzoic acid that forms steroic acid. Folic acid itself is then generated through the conjugation of glutamic acid residues to steroic acid. Folic acid is obtained primarily from yeast and leafy vegetables as well as animal liver. Animal cannot synthesize PABA nor attach glutamate residues to steroic acid, thus requiring folate intake in the diet. Some good sources of B9 is from mushrooms, leafy greens, peas and broccoli. Folic acid is reduced within cells to tetrahydrofolate through the action of dihydrofolate reductase and NADPH requiring enzyme. The function of THF derivative is to carry and transfer various forms of 1 carbon units during biosynthetic reactions. Clinical significances of folate deficiency. The most pronounced effect of folate deficiency on cellular processes is upon DNA synthesis. This is due to an impairment in DTMP synthesis, which leads to cell cycle arrest in S phase of rapidly proliferating cells, in particular hematopoietic cells. The result is megaloblastic anemia as for vitamin B12 deficiency, the predominant condition requiring an increase in the daily intake of folate is pregnancy. This is due to an increased number of rapidly proliferating cells present in the blood. The need for folate will nearly double by the third trimester of pregnancy. Certain drugs such as anticonvulsants and oral contraceptives can impair the absorption of folate. Anticon- Anticonvulsants also increase the rate of folate metabolism. Vitamin B12. Let's know about vitamin B12. Cobalamin is a vitamin B12 is otherwise known as cobalamin. It works with B9 in keeping RBCs healthy and also helps keep the central nervous system healthy. Some good sources of B12 are meat, eggs, and dairy. Vitamin B12 is composed of a complex tetrapyrrole ring structure and a cobalt ion in the center. Vitamin B12 is synthesized exclusively by microorganisms and is found in the liver of animals bound to proteinase methylcobalamin or 5' deoxyadenosylcobalamin as well as in the milk and soybeans. Intrinsic factor is a 50 kilodalton glycoprotein produced by the periental cells of the stomach. The secretion of intrinsic factor is stimulated by all three of the mechanisms that leads to gastric acid secretion: histamine, acetylcholine, and gastrin. Vitamin B12 bound to intrinsic factor can then bind to a receptor complex called present in the apical membranes of ileal enterocytes. Clinical significance of B12 deficiency. The liver can store up to 6 years worth of vitamin B12. Hence, deficiencies in this vitamin are rare. Pernicious anemia is a megaloblastic anemia resulting from vitamin B12 deficiency that develops as a result a lack of intrinsic factor in the stomach leading to malabsorption of vitamin. The anemia results from impaired DNA synthesis due to a block in purine and thymidine biosynthesis. The block in nucleotide biosynthesis is a consequence of the effect of vitamin B12 on folate metabolism. Neurological complications also are associated with vitamin B12 deficiency and result from a progressive demethylation of nerve cells. The demethylation is thought to result from the increase in methyl malonyl coenzyme A that result from vitamin B12 deficiency. Deficiencies in B12 can also lead to elevations in the level of circulating homocysteine. Elevated levels of homocysteine are known to lead to cardiovascular dysfunction. Production of defective collagen and elastin has a negative impact on arteries, bone, and skin, and effects on arteries are believed to be underlying cause for cardiac dysfunction associated with elevated serum homocysteine. In individuals with homocysteine levels above 12 micrometer, there is an increased risk of thrombosis and cardiovascular disease. Hyper Hyperhomocysteemia can be treated directly with vitamin supplementations. The primary vitamin used to lower homocysteine levels is folate, and studies have clearly shown a decrease in homocysteine levels with folate. Taking folate and vitamin B12 can lead to an additional decrease in homocysteine levels above that seen with folate alone. The use of vitamin B6 did not show any increased benefit in using folate and vitamin B6 over just folate alone. Next is vitamin C. From vitamin C onwards we will study in our next class. Thank you. Next video. Thank you.